So I'm here on the phone with Jason Lang from Outline Financial. We're just going to have a quick chat today. We're discussing the First Time Home Buyers Initiative, and we're kind of going to try and understand how relevant it's been and how effective it's been in Toronto and maybe Vancouver, how effective it's been in the rest of the country, and just get a better understanding of how it works, how to apply for it, and how to apply it to a first-time home buyer and the things that they need to be aware of in order to take advantage of the initiative.
The first-time home buyer incentive it's called a shared equity mortgage. What that means is that the government is going to give you money and they're going to share in the change in value of your home. So basically, in a nutshell, if you can save the minimum down payment, so for up to $500,000 purchase price, you have to come up with at least 5% from your own sources for down payment.
$25,000.
If you could do, so if you can do that, then the government will kick in. Basically, they'll match that or give you 5% on a resale purchase, or 10% if it was a new build purchase, and you get to keep that money and not pay any interest on it until such time that you either sell your home or 25 years, whichever comes first. Now, the real where a lot of people sort of said, "Oh, that sounds great," where a lot of people have questions is on what happens once you sell. So basically, at the time of sale, if your price has gone up in value, you then have to pay back that same 5%. However, it's not based on the purchase price; it's based on your sale price.
Right.
So, for example, if you had a $500,000 purchase, you got 5% from the government, so you got a $25,000 loan. If 5 or 10 years down the road you sold for $600,000, you have to pay back 5% of $600,000, so you're now paying back $30,000 to the government. So essentially, they're getting $5,000 more back, but you've also had lower mortgage payments over that period of time. And also got access to money without having to pay anything on that for a period of time.
Okay. So I mean, I feel like the overall sum of the program is good. It's positive. I think it's affordability is one of the biggest issues we're having right now. But it's a little bit ironic that the numbers don't even add up in Toronto as far as the program goes, because affordability is such an issue. The thing that kind of I wonder about is it anything that's short-sighted about this as far as looking into the future, because this is potentially a situation where homeowners can be in a relationship with the government for 25 years, like the term of a mortgage. At some point, does it not make sense, or is it just that simple? It helped you get in the market, and 25 years from now, hopefully everyone has made money, including the government.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's interesting is this is meant to help people buy their first home. This is really, you're actually qualifying for less than you could if you had your own. I guess the qualification is more stringent than what you qualify for with your own down payment. This is just, if you can afford something, they're making it a little bit easier for you to carry that home. What they have allowed, so the government's allowed you to pay out this loan early if you want, which is actually, which can be critical. If you have Toronto, we've seen growth rates anywhere between 5 and 10% plus year over year.
Sure.
So if you have a period of rapid increase in value of your home, it may make sense to refinance to pay out that early. So that's something you want to keep track of. But they've allowed that. There's no penalty to pay this thing early. And actually, honestly, it probably doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to keep it for 25 years.
I'm trying to take the temperature, how effective it's been in Toronto and how it's working, and what your experience has been with it.
No, it's a great question. I think this is definitely a territory-specific program. So depending, on where you are located in Canada, I've heard varying responses where in some cities where the average price is below 500,000, this is I guess the volume of the deals have been tremendous, so it's getting used a lot. Within the Toronto market space, personally, we've had a lot of people asking about it. However, we have yet to see a deal that, first of all, qualifies, or that the person would be interested in doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what's been the kind of the obstacle? Is it just the price point that just doesn't fit into the framework of the first time home buyers?
Yeah. So the way it works, it's 480,000 max borrowing capacity, which works out to anywhere between a $500,000 to a $600,000 purchase maximum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there are some condos that would fit in that, or some of the the outer 416 or 905 that could qualify.
Yeah.
However, very new, and so that's pretty much why we haven't seen it. It's more the value of what can qualify and to the purchase prices.
Is it a good idea to let the government own a piece of your home?
I think it's an end to a means, or an end to a mean.
Yeah.
If somebody hasn't had the opportunity to save up, that 10% down payment or 15%, then it does make sense. If you run the numbers, it's a very good program. So, for example, right now to qualify for the program, you have to have at least 5% down payment from your own savings.
Yeah.
And then, the government will step in and give you, if you're buying a resale property, basically another 5% interest-free payment for up to 25 years, or until such time that you sell your home.
Right.
Without diving too much into the numbers, if it's a first-time home and you're going to carry it for less than 5 years and then sell, a lot of times you can be ahead at the game, because you're paying less DMHC. Your mortgage is going to be less expensive over that period of time. Once you start to carry the property for more than 5 years, that appreciation starts to eat away at the benefit of the program. So, long story short, every scenario is different for the individual, but we've created a tool that can actually, you can put in the assumptions. What's the appreciation of someone's home value? How long until they sell? And you can actually see if the program makes sense for them.
I would say the government must have a pretty optimistic look about housing prices in Canada if they're willing to, start helping people buy their homes.
No, exactly. And I don't think we touched on that. But at the same time, everyone's focusing on the government participating in the upside or appreciation of a home. They also participate on the downside.
Right.
So, in a market, say over 4 years, the price goes down. Hopefully not, knock on wood. Mm-hmm. The government, you pay back less than what you actually borrowed. So yes, I think, what the government is doing here is they're looking at a longer term sort of run rate of house prices, and they have a comfort that it is going to appreciate, and that this is going to be good for the taxpayer ultimately. Mm-hmm. They're not giving away free money. They are going to get reimbursed and hopefully stimulate the economy by allowing people to live and maybe have a little bit extra money to spend on things.
Sure.
Or save.
Sure.
Or
right.
save, exactly.
Right, hopefully, yeah.
My headset. But I just got a text that we just got our first-time home buyer deal submitted. So.
Oh, no.
There you go.
Hey,
live and well in Toronto as well.
There we go. We got number one with the Lang team. That's great. I think there's some interesting synergy going on here with this conversation. It's it's breathing life into the world. I don't know how to explain it, but that's cool. Great. Congratulations.
Perfect.
And appreciate you chatting with us today.